What's up, everybody? This is Jim, also known as Syntax Error, with another shelf by shelf of my VHS horror collection. This is the second in the series. I want to thank everybody for the positive feedback and for visiting the previous video. I really appreciate it. Had some nice comments as well, so I decided to continue. So this is shelf number 2. So let's get right at it. So first one is up is the Amityville Horror. Classic film with James Brolin and Margot Kidder. For God's sakes, get out! As we like the tags as well as the cover art. And here's the back as well. Next up is the. I'm also just to let you know that I'm also organizing by series these early shelves. Later on they get individual, but for these ones I decided to go by this series. Amityville 2: The Possession. This is a good one. I really enjoyed this one. That's a cool cover as well. And here's the back. And now we move on with part 3, Amityville 3D. That cover has been seen a lot there. And there's that one right there. The Most Evil House on Earth and Its Legacy of Horror. That's part 3. Then we move on to part 4, the Evil Escapes. This was a TV movie. The price tags are actually what I used to pay back in the day. They're pretty expensive collecting back in the day. Much easier now with Blu and DVDs. A lot cheaper than back in the day. It was very expensive to build a collection back then. I also was fortunate enough. A couple of people commented about the plastic, the original seals. Yeah, I got into that habit early on, and I kept all the original seals from the cassettes. So I wanted to preserve the boxes because they would get frayed along the edges and stuff. So actually, I'm glad I actually did it because I kept them in pretty pristine condition even after all these years. So the majority of my collection is like that. So I'm thankful I actually decided to do it back in the day and held on to it, because I moved a bunch of times, and you know, it would be easy for these to get all shredded up and things like that. Anyway, the Amityville: The Evil Escapes. These ones started to decline after part 3. The Amityville Curse. I remember when I picked up this this edition, this VHS. It was so hard to get, and I paid a ton of money for it. I don't remember what it was, but it was a lot of money at the time. Anyway, Return to the Most Dangerous House in the World. It was a pretty cool cover, actually. This is pretty rare by today's standards anyway, but pretty cool film. Next, Amityville 1992. It's About Time. The Terror Returns with a Vengeance is the tag there, from the director of Hellbound Hellraiser 2. And there's the back there. Then we move on. Amityville: A New Generation. That's a pretty cool. That's what the haunted mirror, I believe, from the house. It looks like it, yeah. So terror has a reflection all its own. There's the tag for that one. And the back here. There we go. And the last one of the Amityvilles. The remaining Amityvilles I have on DVD and Blu and things like that. So this was the last of the VHS one. Evil Finds a New Home, and that's Amityville Dollhouse. That was the 8th in the series. They've made a lot of these over the years, and they continue to make them. There's another one coming out next year. Then we get into Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock Psycho. I actually have an Alfred Hitchcock selection, a shelf for all the Alfred Hitchcock films on VHS, but I decided, because this was part of this grouping, I decided to separate it. So this is the classic. What can you say about this film? It's been talked about. It's been discussed in classrooms and film classes and things like that. So enough said with that one. Classic film. Psycho 2. Great movie. This is a great cover too. The original covering there. I really enjoyed it. It was a fantastic movie. Really liked it. Part 3, really good as well. I enjoyed it, and I like that cover, and I believe they kept that cover for the new release edition on Blu there. So very cool. The most shocking of them all. That was the tag there. Pretty straightforward. There's the back there. There we go. And Psycho 4, the conclusion of the original series. Anyway, enjoyed this as well. Not as great as the previous 3, but it's still okay. You've met Norman, now meet Mother. That's the tag there, and that's the back there. Then the remaining ones I have on DVD, like Bates Motel, the TV one in, I believe, in '87 or something like that. Didn't get a chance to tune into the TV series. I hope to at some point and just binge watch it and take a look at it. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Santa's here is the tagline. Pretty good movie. I didn't mind this one at all. Not bad. That was hard to get. I remember at the time. These, for some reason, it was really hard to get these some of these editions. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. After I believe the first is it half an hour or 40 minutes? So then it's sort of like a new film. It's okay. It's not as good as the original, obviously. Prayers won't save you in this in the silent part of this night. That's the tag for this one. And the back here. Some screenshots there. And Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3. Better watch out. After that, it sort of tailed off. When your nightmare ends, the real terror begins. That's the tag there. And here's the back here. And we have the next one in the series, Silent Night, Deadly Night Initiation. And if I die before I wake, thank you. That's the tag there from Live Home Video. That's the distribution company there. There we go. That's the back cover. And the last one here is Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 5, The Toy Maker. He's home, but he's not alone. A little run on the Home Alone series there. There we go. And the back here. And there we go. Overall, it was okay. I mean, some of the later ones, Toy Maker wasn't too bad. These ones, they were sort of okay, I guess. Not the greatest in the world. Then we move on to Pumpkinhead with Lance Henriksen. It's a cool series. I enjoyed pretty much all of it. The later ones, the later editions, not that great, but still overall it was enjoyable. I enjoyed this one. There's the back cover here. Pumpkinhead 2, Blood Wings. They couldn't leave Dead Enough alone. That's the tag there. There we go. And the back here. There we go. And the remaining ones I have on DVD as well. Sort of tough because you sort of for me when I started my collection. It was, I was resistant to switching over to DVD because I thought it was a fad, it wouldn't catch on. Imagine that thinking back in the day. So I was really still clinging on to VHS and stuff like that. Of course I was wrong, but so then my collection started mixing, and I'm slowly starting to convert these all to DVD and blue. It's not so easy. It's the more mainstream ones are available, but some of the other ones are not. Some of the more obscure titles. So a little bit tough, but it's hard. But I'm glad I actually kept the collection intact, as I mentioned previously, because I can mix and match, and I can always go back and view them, and it's always enjoyable too. Obviously, the quality, the picture quality, and the audio is not that great, but I mean overall they're still enjoyable to watch and reminisce there. Anyway, moving on. Oops, we got the Reanimator. Death is just the beginning. That's the tag there. Herbert West has a very good head on his shoulders, and another one in a dish on his desk. That's the tag there. These were good. I enjoyed all of these actually. There's 3 in the series. Here's the back cover. And we have Bride of Reanimator. Date, Mate, Reanimate. There we go. This was cool as well. And the last one I have on DVD. So a cool series. I really enjoyed them. Slumber Party Massacre. Didn't pay this price, I can say that. This was a purchase, I believe, on eBay or something else. But close your eyes for a second and sleep forever. The Slumber Party Massacre. Cool cover. The ultimate driller killer thriller. And here's the back. You bring the pizza, I'll bring the drill. There we go. Perfect. So, Slumber Party Massacre Part 2 with the killer guitar there with the drill bit there. And that's the party begins when the lights go out. That's the cheapy tag there from Embassy Home Entertainment. That was a big company back in the day. And got some cool scenes there from the film. There we go. And the last one here is Slumber Party Massacre 3. This is the unrated version. They actually had that stuff back in the VHS days. I don't see any tags here. Just a bunch of reviews, some comments from reviews and stuff. And this is the 7 California co-eds are just to kill. There we go. It was on the back there. Some screenshots there. All right. Then we move on. Bedroom Eyes. This isn't necessarily horror, but it's sort of a mystery thriller kind of thing. It's in the collection somehow. That's okay. Never jog in strange neighborhoods. Never look in open windows. Never take candy from a redhead. That's this is a pretty good movie. This was in the mid '80s, and this is Canadian, if I'm not mistaken. And this was released by Cineplex Odeon Home Video in Canada, MCA Home Video in Canada. And actually, this was a pretty good film. Actually, I really enjoyed it. I haven't seen it in a lot of years. I have to go and revisit it one day. Just the black and white sort of covering there. And they made a part 2, actually, a sequel. No peeking. That's part 2. Too much curiosity is unhealthy. Too much sex is dangerous. Too much of a good thing will kill. So again, this is sort of sort of a thriller, mystery sort of thing. So I sort of bunch these sort of genres in amongst the horror as well, for whatever reason. Because I guess I don't have enough of these to have a separate section. So I kind of just include them all in the with the horror here. So here's a couple of pictures from the back here. Visiting Hours from CBS Fox Video. Again, that was a big distribution company back in the day for VHS. Cool cover. I really like this cover, and this was a pretty good movie actually as well. I really enjoyed it as well. So here's the back as well. And if those who are old enough to remember, the CBS Fox Video always had this gray sort of lined art at the top there. We move on now to Vincent Price, The House on Haunted Hill. This is a classic film. Really enjoyed it. Here's the back as well. Very good film. There's also a remake of that, not as good, of course. The Haunting. Again, another classic. I sort of have these as a series as well. So, yeah, have them here. There's the back. All right, and finishing off this this second shelf, we have Night of the Demons with Angela here. That's this is a good series. I enjoyed this series. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I have to revisit it. Angela's having a party. Jason and Freddy are too scared to come, but you'll have a hell of a time. That's the tag there, and here's the back here. Very cool. Also released by MCA, Cineplex Odeon in Canada. This is Night of the Demons Part 2. Angela's throwing another party. Trick or treat, sucker. There you go. She's got the skull sucker there. And here's the back as well. Very cool. These good soundtrack as well. These films. And last one, Angela's up to her old tricks again. She got the drink with the eyeballs there. There's Angela there. Night of the Demons 3. And there's the some screenshots there. So there you go. There you have it. That's shelf number 2. It's been a while. Sorry guys. It's tough when you know, with family life and everything else. But hope you enjoyed it. It was you know, it was fun doing it the first time. It's fun again doing it here. I'll continue to do it. I appreciate all the comments and the feedback. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.